If there's one thing we hate even more than internal conflict here at the American Firearms Association, that's abandoning our principles. So we are going to say what needs to be said right now. GOA, FPC, SAF, and yes, the NRA, they have all waved the white flag of surrender the moment they signed that letter calling to zero out the tax on SBRs, SBSs, and suppressors. That letter was a green light for Senate Republican leader John Thune from South Dakota to turn around and screw all of us. Instead of saying no deal till we fire the Democrat-appointed Senate parliamentarian and deregulate SBRs, SBSs, and suppressors entirely, those groups handed John Thune and the swamp in D.C. the cover that they needed. Now, because of what they did, John Thune and the swamp can all sit there and say, we did exactly what GOA and all the others asked for. We took the tax down to zero. Are you seeing the problem here? I want to be crystal clear about this from our perspective at the American Firearms Association. Zeroing out the tax is not a win, not even close. If you think that the left won't jack that tax right back up the moment they get the gavel again, and this time they won't stop at $200. They'll go for $2,000, $3,000 or more, and they will tell you that they're just adjusting it for the inflation from the $200 mark that it had when it first came into being. But the tax here is not even the main problem. The money isn't the problem. The illegal, unconstitutional federal registry is the problem. We don't want cheaper chains. We want no chains. Every single time we hear good enough, we lose every single time. Because when you stop short of full deregulation, when you accept the scraps from Longshank's table, what you're doing is you're surrendering the future. And don't tell me that GOA, FPC, and the NRA don't know this. They know enough to know exactly what they are doing, but they're doing it anyway. Worse, they are gaslighting the grassroots and gun owner community and jeopardizing the entire midterm elections in 2026. Do you think voters are going to flood the polls for Republicans who are being led around by a Democrat parliamentarian? I don't think so. And I one of the comments that I read here said it best. It says Republicans better start providing some answers as to why they are letting the parliamentarian keep their balls in her effing purse. If they aren't going to defend our 2A rights, we will find someone else who will. That's the mood right now. And GOA, FPC, and NRA are actively undercutting the pressure that we desperately need to be bringing on Congress right now. And instead of burning Thune to the ground politically, they handed him a fig leaf. And now that they're getting caught, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth. On the one hand, they signed the letter that gives Thune permission to retreat. On the other hand, they're now saying, call your senator and tell them to fire the parliamentarian. Folks, I'm here to tell you, as somebody who's been in the trenches for over a decade, that is pure politician behavior. That is DC slime. That's what we call compromise in the gun politics business. And that's why we say Gun Owners of America just became another NRA. They cut a deal with the swamp behind the backs of their members. They didn't ask for permission. They didn't poll their supporters. They didn't warn anybody. They just handed Thune a weapon and told him to shoot gun owners in the back with it. How dare they? How dare they? It's treachery, plain and simple. There's no other way around it. So here's our message from AFA, the American Firearms Association. We're not backing down. We're not settling. If we had a $10 million a year budget like GOA does, we'd make John Thune's political career a political corpse in South Dakota. Also, we're not afraid to call out our own side when they start acting like the enemy. We want full deregulation. We want the NFA repealed. We want the ATF abolished. Anything less is cowardice and compromise. So join AFA. Stand with a group that tells the truth and never waves the white flag. We've got work to do.